They're really gonna walk past each other, aren't they? Oh my god, they're actually walking past each other. And Astra peaked 7 people. Oh, this is crazy.
What the hell is even that?
In this video, I want to talk about Velocity Gaming versus Revenant Esports. These are considered to be some of the top teams in the Indian Valorant scene. I think India as a scene is far behind the rest of the world, and I want to talk about ways they can catch up. So first things first, let's go ahead and look at this round, and I'm going to tell you what I already see wrong in the defending team's setup. So the defending team is planning to go ahead and fight for control of A lobby here, and they have Breach, Sky, and Astra doing it. The Jet is opping on C long, and Killjoy is holding B and Garage with her setup, okay? But the problem is, when you're trying to fight control of A lobby, you don't want to do it with all supporting characters. The value of Astra is that she can support the rest of the team with her utility across the entire map, right? So she might have to be in astral form, she might be put in the pull animation, the concuss animation. Same with Sky and Breach, right? They might have their concuss out, their Sky flash out, right? They're gonna be stuck in animations, and they have no real way of getting out either, where, you know, Jet has her dash, and she provides no utility to help her team out on defense. Her entire point on defense is to fight for space, as any duelist, right? Should, right? They should be fighting for space on defense. So let's go ahead and show you what happens. I'm going to play out the round and explain a lot of optimizations they could have made to actually make the setup work. So first things first, we'll see that Breach concuss. Usually most breaches will do it from A link in between A and B site, because it catches the entire A lobby in a very narrow straight line, right? So it's guaranteed to at least stop them, and it makes it so the rest of your team can walk up safely and get their setup here. That's why Breach is so strong on this map, and that's usually what most breaches do on this map. But when he does it like this, it makes it so they can still walk into A lobby. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play out the round. So you'll see Breach goes up. They're already in. He doesn't expect that, and he gets, he just gets killed, right? Now the rest of the team is walking up, and Astra gets one. They flash. Astra gets 2. Astra gets 3. Now imagine if they did it with the right characters. Astra was still alive, and she had utility for retake, right? If she has her utility for retake, it's more important than having Jet utility. Not only that, when your Jet is opping on defense, you don't want to retake with op. It is the worst feeling to retake with an operator. The whole point of operating is also to like find holes in the attacker's side and try and like catch them off guard and pick them off, right? That's why you'll see a lot of these Jet ops like working the map and walking around the entire map to try and find people, right? That's their point on defense. They don't just sit there and hold an angle the entire time unless they have their up numbers or they have a clear advantage. So imagine if they had the right agents in this setup, this could have been phenomenal for the defending team. So I'm just going to play out the rest of the round so you guys can see what happens here. So you'll see the Jet going ahead and retaking with an op. As you can see how hard this is, like there's not much he can do, right? So yeah, he's trying to find the 1v1. He just gets double peeked. It's very, very hard. So imagine now, one thing I forgot to mention is Jet also has her dash, so she can get a kill, reposition, get out, or escape, and play numbers, right? If she was the one fighting for A long. Not only that, but I also forgot to mention the Killjoy setup could have been, she could have had her turret here, so it watches Garage, right? And it watches C as well. And then she could have split her alarm bot here, and she could have been playing outside of Garage here, like safe, right? All she needs to do is play for information, and it allows the rest of the team to go ahead and assist and fight for control of A lobby. So now I want to go ahead and take a look at Velocity Gaming's defense setup, and I'm going to talk about the things I do like about their setup. So they have the Omen on C here, and the reason that's really nice is because he gets a lot of value from Paranoia, his flash, if they do come up, C long, right? Not only that, but he can also smoke himself off here, like this part of the site, and play around his own smoke. So he can buy time for his team to rotate, as well as being unpredictable and maybe get 2 people off guard. So I like this about their setup, but what I don't like is the fact that their KO is here on A with them. KO is not that good of a pick in terms of like in comparison to Breach, because again, he can go ahead and take control of A lobby, but there is still ways to find value with KO. And this is how I would do it, or how I would propose to do it. So KO can play here outside B at the start of the round and look to go ahead and suppress here. There's a knife here that is unbreakable, and basically it scans all of this. So if they try and take control of A lobby at the very start of the round, they're going to be suppressed and they can't do it with utility. so they won't have their smokes to smoke off the cross. There's like a lot that can go wrong, and that allows the defending team to have utility while the enemy does not, and they can definitely get a lot of value with this utility that they have. The other thing is, if the defending team chooses to wait out the knife here, that means that the defenders, and that time that they were trying to wait out the knife here, they'd have to be over here. So that lets the defenders walk into position and maybe set up a cross here in short and long in the cubbies, and they already have control of a lobby, so it's a win-win situation here. But the fact that he's there with the team makes it so he can't really influence the rest of the map in a place that, you know, he normally would be able to do it. So let's go ahead and play out the round and see how low value Velocity Gaming are getting from their utility usage, okay? So I'm going to play out the round here, and you'll see right now that Omen ends up smoking the cross. The defending Omen smokes the cross for the attacking team. This is really bad because the Jett chooses to op long here, and she can't really see anything if it's smoked off. So this Omen is denying information from his own team, and at the same time, Skye is using her dog. The defending Skye is using her dog to get information on short. So you'll see it on the mini-map here, and you'll see the dog coming out short. Not only that, but all at the same time, KO throws a flash, and flashes his own Jett, and he threw a knife as well. So I'm going to rewind a little bit here. He throws a knife right here, and this gets zero information. There's no... This can't hit nobody, and even if it did, like, they'd have to be over here for it to hit anyone, right? So this is a really bad knife. This is a really bad flash because you already knifed, you know they're not there, right? It shows you that nobody's there. So there's really bad utility usage here, and just like panic of throwing things as fast as they can. There's no real strategy here, right? So as a result of this, now they know that they're not towards A side, and then they decide to go ahead and fight Garage, it looks like. The defending team fights Garage. Velocity end up fighting Garage. And they just walk in dry peeking, and they try and like fight them like 2v5 essentially, right? Where they could have set up an Omen flash off of contact from the alarm bot. They could have like worked off of the Killjoy util and been a lot smarter about it, right? Because imagine like, hey, my alarm bot is destroyed in Garage. He flashes right off the alarm bot being destroyed, and then they choose to fight. That makes more sense, right? Because that is strategy, and that's actually thinking. Instead of just like, you know, I'm going to go ahead and fight them and hope for the best. Because that's a strategy right now, right? There needs to be a deeper level of thinking in the Indian scene, and this is the steps they need to take to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this video short and sweet. I don't want to be taken as someone who's just bashing the Indian scene, because I just want to say it's really impressive that the Indian scene has gone as far as it has. Because if you compare it to the North American scene, which has millions and millions of dollars poured into it, India doesn't have that. And they can still potentially be competitive in the future. So I think that, you know, given some time and given some development of their scene, and if they work on their strategy, they can be a good enough region to compete at this level. But it's gonna take some time, and I hope they go ahead and fix what they need to fix. If you did like this video, please make sure to go ahead and drop a subscribe, as it will really help grow my channel. I put a lot of work into this channel, as well as leaving a like, comment for the YouTube algorithm. It would mean a lot to me. I'll see you in the next video.